So let's get to business. This car requires an H6 battery. Here's the H6. We've got the right battery. So the battery's located underneath here. All you need to do is kind of remove this cover. Push it in. See, it opens up like that and lifts. Okay, this thing kind of just comes off. You could rest it aside. Next, and listen carefully, you need to first undo the negative terminal and put it aside. And then do the same for the positive terminal. You can sort of see the positive there. This order prevents accidental shocks to your electrical components. Such shocks can fry your car's electronics. This is a 10 millimeter. Okay, so we're first going to do this. We're going to just loosen it with a wrench. Okay. It may or may not come out. If it doesn't, you're going to need to use a little bit of a screwdriver to pry this under. So let's see if I could do this. You can sort of see there's a little bit of corrosion there, and it's not enough. So I'm going to use a screwdriver to pry that open just a little bit, because you can sort of see the screw is loose, right? But it's still, oh, there it goes. So that does come off very relatively easily. And you're going to just kind of, you want to set this aside. Okay, I'm going to put that aside somewhere. It's a good spot for it. Next up, you go to the positive. Same thing, 10 millimeter. Okay, this one you can sort of see is certainly a lot looser. Okay, so you take that one out and just kind of push it aside. So the battery will not be coming out yet just because you removed those. The battery is held together by a clamp, and you can sort of see it all the way down there. All right, so you can sort of see the clamp down there. That is a 13 millimeter. Okay, so you're gonna need something quite long to get to it. All right, so there it goes. Loosen it up. Okay, you want to get it as loose as possible, but you want to ensure that you don't get the bolt completely out, because if you do and you accidentally make it fall within the abyss down there, you're going to struggle to go get and find it. So at this point, once you've loosened it up well enough, you try to get your hand. You're going to loosen, so come over, so you're going to loosen this up a little bit. You're going to move this out. Gives you a little bit of free space down there. Get your hand in there, okay? And then you're going to just loosen it up with your finger. You can sort of see me do that with my finger. Okay, okay, so there you go. The bolt is out. And I'm going to try to take the clamp out as well. I'm going to try to squeeze it through here. Can move some of this out. This is okay. Some of this stuff can move out. So there's the point. The battery is now ready to get pulled out. You don't necessarily have to take this thing out. You can take it out, but it'll probably come out when I pull the whole battery out. So let's go it out. These batteries, you know, they are heavy. Okay. So if the battery did not come out easily this way, there could be a reason. So sometimes the battery is nestled within these two tabs here. So the idea is that the battery has to you got to kind of push it a little bit and then pull it out. So you're first going to try to pull it out completely. So in this case, it kind of worked out. It wasn't necessarily completely embedded within the tabs. Okay, so you're going to kind of push it out this way and then lift. Just two tabs I pointed out kind of keep this in play. And then this guy, the bracket, keeps the battery together on this side. It's an optional step now with sandpaper. You've got the new battery here, and you're going to use some sandpaper, okay, just to kind of try to clean these terminals a little bit. Doesn't matter what type of sandpaper you have. It doesn't have to be super fine. And you're going to kind of just do a little bit of that, okay? Try to clean it up, okay? Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, kind of come onto this terminal as well. You're going to want to do the same thing here. Now, if you notice this one had a little bit of grease, you're going to want to maybe take it out, right, before you put the sandpaper in. Happening, and what you're going to do, the same sort of concept here. You're going to try to roll up your sandpaper and get it in there. And what this is doing, this is going to ensure that when you put the new battery in with those terminals, you've got yourself a really good connection. It doesn't necessarily have to be sparkling, but you want to make it fairly clean. You can sort of see it. You kind of want to get it to that, looking like that. And don't forget to get the bottom as well, because there's a little bit of there. Okay. Okay, next up, again, optional as well. Once you've sanded these guys down, you're going to use dielectric grease, okay, to kind of coat these. And again, what this does, this helps to prevent corrosion and helps to ensure that you've got yourself a great connection. And that's very important, especially when starting the car. Okay? There's no the more the better. You know, there's don't be stingy with this stuff. It's awfully cheap. A tube of this is likely in that $10 range. All right, so now we got to get the battery in. So just remember, its order: the negative towards the inside, the positive towards the outside, and you got to remember the tabs as well. So when you put the car in, when you put the battery in, it does help to have a helper sometimes. Just remove some of these things out of the way. Okay. Okay, as you can sort of see here, it's not going all that well because it's the way it's kind of going in. So you want to just be able to buy yourself some space. Okay. So again, you're going to help find its way. So you're going to want to put an angle, drop it in there. Okay, and if you come in through here, you can sort of see those tabs, and you're going to want to push. You see that? See the way they are? That's not good. That's how you want it. Nice and snug. Now you can start to put the blanket over. Okay? Okay, so you're going to try to snug this blanket in there as best as you can. I want them to still make sure. So now at this point here, let's keep this guy out of reach. And let's try to put in the bracket. So just remember, for the bracket, again, it's easier to kind of get your hand in there, in this small little gap there. Make sure you don't drop it. Okay. Okay, you can sort of see that. It's kind of lined up right now. And now you're going to want to get the screw in there and, you know, use some creativity. All right, so you can sort of see in the first little bit, you're first going to want to just go in by hand. Okay, so you can sort of see I'm doing it by hand right now. And you tighten it up. I like to keep my hand in there, kind of pressing up against the battery as I tighten. I don't want to make it, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be crazy tight, okay? But there you go. Enough there. Put this guy back in its place. And now you can sort of see this battery isn't going anywhere. Now let's get back to connecting the terminals. Now in this case, again, very important here, in this case you need to go in the opposite direction. All right, so you're first going to do the positive goes in first. Remember when we took the battery out, the negative, then the positive. Now you got to go in reverse order. So first up, the positive. Okay, you're going to put that over. Okay, now you're going to get your 10 millimeter. Okay, you want to be fairly tight here. Okay. Okay, a little snug. Okay, you don't want to rip it either, but you want to be really kind of tight. Make sure it's not going anywhere. Okay, now you're going to do the negative. Okay, negative, same sort of way. You're going to put it on. Sometimes you will see a spark. That's okay when you're putting the negative on. Okay, and you're going to try to squeeze this guy in there. Push it down. It should not be able to come out. Try this. It should not be able to come out. Go back with the battery. It should not be able to come out. Now at this point, let's put the battery cover back on. All right, so let's give it a start, okay? On the screen, you'll see one of my other Audi videos. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching Handy Val. Bye for now.